What's happening, guys? Fallen from OTB here, coming at you with this video, which is a huge update for the clan. We were able to fill our ranks. We have a full 50-man clan right now, and the goal going forward is hoping to get 40 people together to do 40-man wars here as soon as we can. With the update changing, that has definitely impacted everyone. We've got a lot of heroes on upgrade times and people sitting out of wars, so this is kind of a work in progress, but we are all working together to make this thing work. Other news that we have the opportunity and we have joined a gaming community. We are officially a clan of the only Lalo family. See if I can find them here. These gentlemen here and ladies. There's a group of very many clans that are all together, and we do a lot of events together. And looking forward to working with them, and hopefully getting some more future videos with them as well. Anyways, we have our last war that I would like to go over. Bear with me here. So it's been kind of crazy lately. We've been searching for new strats, new ideas, and just kind of in the last month we've been kind of slumping a little bit as we have been working with toward the end before the update, and then as the update had started, we're just all trying new attacks. So this war that we had, I'm just going to show basically all the triples from this war. So we're going to get going here. As we had noticed, we're trying new strats. We're waiting to see kind of what works as well. In this war, this is not a lot of these bases. I would definitely say are much easier than a lot of the wars that we're used to facing in like C1 clans that we're usually up against. So we'll just kind of show you the concepts of what we're learning here. Again, not the strongest bases in the world. Don't mean any disrespect for that. It's just not the format that we see a lot of the time in CWL. So here we are starting out with that is the three archers, one super whiz option. So that is to free up some spell space on an attack like this. I kind of had some plans with the with this Laloon attempt, and I am by no means a pro, far from a pro with Laloon. I just use it whenever I possibly can, as much as I wish I could use it on every attack. I absolutely love it. So there we were able to take down everything. Again, that was a pretty good percentage for the option of freeing up those spells. So we just wanted to run all the heroes down along the bottom here. We wanted to push them up, hopefully to take care of that backside as far as possible there. We're starting the Laloon here. Couple things I wish I could have done differently. I don't know. Things were moving so fast here, I didn't exactly know what to do. So we did commit the early haste, I believe, to get things moving here. I did send the Royal Champ up to his doom very, very early. I did not intend for that to happen. But needless to say, we have that ability here. We're really trying to chunk through those core defenses as much as we can. We started the other group along the top here. And really, fortunately, we were able to use that Warden ability at a great time. We pushed over everything. On looking that invis spell right there, which does kind of give me some issues. The heroes got about as far as I could expect. I kind of wasn't paying attention to that at the time, as these attacks are really crazy. So finally we were able to take out that single target Inferno. King has still got the zombie ability, I always call it, and really this cluster of loons is slowly but surely working their way around. So again, not the strongest base in the world, but a really good opportunity. If you see those single target Infernos, their couple attacks are working, and that's like hybrid with hogs. And the Laloon is working fantastically if you're able to have a plan with that group. Also, we're able to use the new Apprentice Warden as well on that attack to go with the kill squad. That was cool to see. We're going to keep pushing forward. Here I am just showing myself that real great. Sound a little conceited, but I'm trying not to be here. So here, another Laloon. Again, had the opportunity to use Laloon, found the single target Infernos right there. Have a plan. It's not a max base, but I mean, it was prior to the update. It was, I suppose. And I'm getting used to this new concept of sending in the super balloons, which kind of lead the way a little bit and get some traps a little bit more effectively. If you can't use a lava hound, try this. And so we were able to commit. This is just our typical super archer blimp bomb here. Things are going down nice and easy. I don't know. Yeah, we got freeze. We got a little tied up right there, and I was wondering if I was even going to be able to kill the town hall here. Finally was able to commit into that kill, and we took down the queen, which is nice too for that attack. Nothing more. So it did its job. I think we were doing just fine on that. That goal is to push the heroes around the outside. I figured there'd be a lava in the CC, so I always do try and lead with a Titan if I have the troop space that I can do it. Typically the troop space, we can make that work in Laloon attacks. Then we're just going to run the Laloon here across the bottom, kind of streak things across the base nice and easy. Get the Warden involved right there, and then we're just kind of slowly feeding. The biggest issue, again, is that Invis spell that typically likes to hide. So I kind of tried to stagger some balloons to get the defenses working. You'll see here they do have a little bit of an issue for a second. Fortunately, they are also under that invis, so everything really just got wiped out. So we used that ability. I don't know, that maybe wasn't a great ability, to be honest, but I think I just wanted to keep the Royal Champ alive through this here too, as we're forcing our way into that very back part of the base here. It's easy and it's done. It's there's just too much going on here. Yeah, there's unneeded freeze right there. That's lovely. Use that ability and use the queen ability. No. Totally fine. Good. All right. Base dead. Laloon is effective again on. I think, on some easier bases. These are not champ 2, champ 1 bases that we're used to seeing, but so we'll take it. We're trying to practice. We're trying to go through our motions of new attacks, so bear with us here. So new, I have now seen doing a lot of kind of the mixed hybrid, whether it be just regular miners and hogs, or if we escalate that to the super miners. I think I kind of want to try super miners myself. I wasn't a huge fan of the super hogs. I appreciate why they're useful. I just find when they die and they get stuck in a compartment, they're first of all not tanky at all, and they're kind of useless once they fall off the hog. So they're great before then. It's just kind of an issue, other than that. So we're trying to. I'm assuming he was trying to push the queen into that compartment. We run into nothing but issues with this queen here, and that's part of the problem too. The wall breakers, they run in through the core and then they finally find themselves in the corner there. Why didn't they just hit the corner from the outside? We will never know. Meanwhile, we're gonna, I believe, see those scatter shots just absolutely destroying the healers, if not everything else as well. So we're gonna be able to deal at least with the CC right there, but we have a lot of things now finally coming in. Again, now here's where I'm wondering if this is going to be better than super hogs. Now super miners have that ability to just be, they're tankier. They can they're a little slow at killing things though, but they can chunk really good damage, almost like a single target inferno after 3-4 seconds or so. So they seem super effective with that hog buff as well, to kind of run in unison with them. That other heal, yeah, I mean, everything's really staying alive very nicely. That bottom part is going to give us the biggest issue. You're going to expect a little split no matter what, but all of the juicy stuff had gone over here, and those really, I think just the super miners are just kind of slowly doing their thing, just blooping up, kill, bloop it up. I think that's working really well though for these strats, using these troops. I also had seen other strats where you push like heroes with an ice golem or titan or something around the outside, and then any mid buildings that are left, after like a blimp bomb or something like that, any mid buildings, they would just send maybe, what was it, like 4 or 5 super miners in there, and they just do all the work by themselves. That's just awesome. So anyways, this base is dead. We're moving on. I'm rambling. Again, decent base, not the C1 level that we're used to seeing again. So here we go with Akka. So We've seen Laloon work. We know that hybrid is probably the strongest attack right now in a lot of scenarios, and I would say as long as you know how to do an AQ charge or walk, I think under that knowing, that's very understandable. So here we're starting heroes on each side. This is also said to be probably the strongest air attack right now. We don't really have any comparison, but it is a spam attack. It allows you to kind of set it and forget it. You do want to do some pathing with your heroes, absolutely. Also, keep in mind you want to avoid air puffers and poison, because it does really eat up slow moving dragons. Dragon riders as well just can't handle it as well. But here we are. We are going to get it went a little chaotic there on the super archer bomb, but they all actually did manage to stay alive or enough there to literally destroy that whole bottom part of the base. Didn't need that last invis. Everything else is dead. However, we're just pushing with just solid dragons around the outside here. To the point of they're super tanky, and they're just not going to be able to, even a scatter shot is just locked onto one of them, and it's really not doing that much damage. Here we have some point defenses. Again, it's just not even close to the amount of damage needed to bring down the dragons. So here we are in a situation where we're going to just fast forward this as everything else gets cleaned up. And a lot of dragons were alive there, like most of them. Again, yeah, that warden, I like, I just like the way that was handled. It's almost like it doesn't need to be perfect form. A lot of these attacks now need to be executed in time so perfectly, but it's just like you can just launch those things out and everything's working out fine. So again, we've got so many of these diamond style bases, but yet another new attack here, which I think it's going to be a debate whether I try the super miners or the super bowlers. Super bowlers also got a nice boost. They are looking really good right now. And again, to run with one or two Titans. Titans are going to be great for destroying any ground traps or just absorbing a significant amount of damage. They're basically like little mini golems with that damage aura. So they weaken things, kind of nicely. But I think most importantly, they kill CC troops, and they're also going to kill traps and things like that on the ground. And then as a last resort, you're not using them for damage. That's what the bowlers are for. You're trying to protect those bowlers. People are usually going to run 3 or 4 bowlers with them, depending on how much they can fit. Here we have kind of a nice little split where we're being strategic with how we use the healers, so they are kind of locking onto multiple things at one time. My biggest issue always is I can't get them to lock on correctly early, and it really damages the troops that are trying to push core. To the point of they just kind of thin out before they're able to attack the core in their full strength. So separating the healers, very nice. We got that ice golem running out ahead here, and I'm sorry, there was things going in at the top. We had deployed just a trap and a half up top, dealing with the all of the Tesla farm that's up there, just doing its work. However, they were able to deal with that. The monolith is handled. I mean, it's worth the troops to get that huge section dealt with. People did not want to deal with that, but you got to at some point. And then here is super bowlers are just strong enough where as long as they can be under a heal, as long as you can make it this far into a base, you're going to be relying then on any heroes you have alive to kind of take down the last couple defenses or try and dig a little bit deeper into the base. At this point, again, there's just no stopping them because the HP is so high on those E-Titans that they can sit there and soak up all day. Not to mention, we finally got the CC to pop there and made short work of that. So that's another really great job. So awesome, Sam has always been pretty good with the ground there. So happy to see that, man. That is great. Where are we at? I've just been literally picking them all. I think we have 2 left here, guys. So let's do that. Sorry if I missed anything. So here we go. Here's a little bit tougher of a base. It's going to be a super archer bomb and just kind of a, you know, kind of a spam strat with a little bit of a love and thought behind it. But here we are. We're spreading everything out. We're just going full ground. Got a nice, perfect ability right there. And so what you're going to see here is you're going to see them blast through the core. Very well done here too, by the way. You see them blast through the core. We're finally getting down the eagle. All those things that are going to kind of do some damage. You'll see the troops push out to both sides of the base, which I think is exactly what we needed to happen here. Super, like, a strat like this, when you're spamming ground, is perfect to get things pushing around the outside. If you get one of those types of bases that don't have closed walls, this is where you're going to be able to shine. You're going to use these strats as everything else is pushing up, including those super archers that are now assisting the main kill squad and the hero squad in the base. They are literally killing everything. While other things are moving around. I think it would have happened anyways. If they weren't alive, I think the damage would have been done. Gets a little bit down there toward the end, but still, that's just so much damage that, God, those super archers are literally the heroes of that. They did insane amounts of stuff there. So yeah, if you see a base like that, you do see quite a few of them. There you go. Smart idea. And also, what's smart about that attack also is using the Grand Warden ability with other troops that are benefiting. It's not like you're just sending a group of loons and you're committing Grand Warden basically and sending him to his death. You're using him and you're keeping him in the attack with the main troops. So that's huge. I think always look for the ability to do that, I think, is the goal. Last one of the day here. I've seen this base on YouTube. So here is, again, it's another style of an attack of the air superiority. We're gonna launch down the blimp bomb here and do just unthinkable things to that area. I mean, like, look at this. Town Hall scatters. We got you know, basically, and we're also avoiding that clan castle of the Titans as well. So this is about managing and knowing your invis spells and your capability of counting to 4 and redeploying them. But they were able to do, I mean, essentially, you know, a fifth of the base they're able to kill just from that CC right there. So that's huge. We're starting a couple dragons. We're getting things started. Just getting that idea of how we're going to push and where we're going to push. We're clumping those balloons. I'm anticipating we're going to get that ability right before we get to that scatter. And then I think sometime right any moment here we're going to blast that. Probably now. We want to get a little bit deeper there with that. We don't have any spells, so we have to make sure we get our full use out of that. So he had recognized that he was not tanking as a group with that scatter shot, so he didn't need the ability then. So already have dodged 2 black bombs there. So that's perfect. That's just setting them in right where you need. You have both of your hero abilities up at this point, and one single target Inferno. That's going to be the only problem left on the whole map, and they are easily going to handle that situation. It's so nice. I love baby dragons. Are actually my favorite troop. I love how dragons go and tank for them. They get in there and they just squirt away at them. So here we go. They've overwhelmed the area, and we're gonna speed this bad boy up. A little bit of a hero trap up top, and slowly but surely watch the end. Yep, that's a really strong attack. It's working for people right now. People who like Master, who are used to ground, are now seeing how effective air is. So that's great, and that's just a lower base. Sorry, Thor. All right, guys. So hey, we're gonna probably do some more videos soon. I appreciate your time. Thank you for watching. We blasted through a lot of hits right here. And thanks again to our group. We'll give them one more shout out here. Oh, we got some boys on. Yep. So
Only Lalo and the Only Lalo family. Super cool. Looking forward to doing some stuff with you guys here very soon. All right, everyone. Until later, this is Fallen from OTB signing off.